YouTube, what's going on? Woody P coming back with another one. Let's get it. Today I'm gonna talk some ball. Talk some of my top corners coming into the season, coming into year 2022. NFL. Give you some of my top corners. Normally I'm at the field, I'm going goal post to goal post. You know how I get down. But I'm at the crib today. You hear this music? You know what time it is. We're gonna talk some ball. My top corners. I play DB. DB is my position, so I'm gonna break it down. Some of my top corners coming into the season. Before I start the video, please watch the entire video. And if you like the video, subscribe to the channel to receive more content like this, just content about sports. Let's get it. I'm gonna break it down. Some of my top corners. Season gonna be lit. NFL is primarily a passing league, but there's still some guys out there that can shut down one side of the field. So let's get into it. I'm gonna break it down. I got one guy in particular that stands out above the rest, but other than that, I'm gonna just talk, some of the guys that I like. But number one, it's only one corner out there that I feel like is head over heels above the rest. That's Jayla Ramsey. Why do I feel this way? Complete corner, big corner, physical, come up and hit. He can jam you, he can press, he can play off coverage. Ramsey will stick his nose in there. He's always making plays in the backfield, blowing up screen plays, blowing up sweep plays. Jaylen Ramsey, most physical corner in the NFL right now. He's been that way for the past, 3-4 years. Put fear in his opponents. He talked that smack. He talked the talk. He could walk the walk too. I gotta be real though, Jamar Chase was kind of getting at him in the Super Bowl. Chase was definitely getting at him in the Super Bowl, let's be real. But Ramsey still hold down the number one spot though. Definitely Jaylen Ramsey. Complete corner, big guy. I can see him moving to safety towards the end of his career. Big guy, big hitter. Jaylen Ramsey, number one. Now let's talk about some corners that I like, that I think just go out there that'll lock up. Xavier Howard from Miami, down there in Miami. Underrated guy, complete game. All these corners that I'm gonna talk about today, they well-rounded. Xavier Howard is one of them, down in Miami. He come up and hit too. Good in coverage, sticky coverage. Underrated, down there in Miami. But if you know ball, you know about Howard down there. You got Marshawn Lattimore down in New Orleans. Always a tough competitor, Marshawn. He'll guard the team's number one receiver. Done it for years. 4-time Pro Bowler. Marshawn, he's a tough guy. Like I said, come up and hit. You've seen him with the one-on-one battles with Metcalf, Mike Evans, Antonio Brown, Stephon Diggs. Marshawn, he'll go at it with anybody. Marshawn, he's a competitor, true competitor. Gotta throw him in there. Ohio State guy, right? Stick with that. Denzel Ward. Sticky in coverage. Browns just paid him. Denzel sticky in coverage. He's a smaller guy, about 5'10", but he can run. Physical for his size. Denzel come up and hit. Sticky in coverage. He can play. He can play zone coverage too. That's why I like Denzel. Denzel can play that cover too. He can play in the flats. If need be. Had a 99-yard interception return against Cincinnati last year. Locked Jamar Chase up. One of the very few corners I seen lock Jamar Chase up last year. Him and Greg Newsome for the Browns did a pretty good job on Jamar Chase. So, Denzel Ward, gotta throw him in there. Just got a big payday from the Browns. Who else we got that's out there that's good? We got J.C. Jackson for the Chargers. I like him a lot. Came from New England. He could play complete corner also. Sticky in coverage. He's going to be there. Playing with the Chargers now. J.C. Jackson, like him a lot. Played with New England, early in his career. Now with the Chargers. J.C. Jackson, sticky in coverage. I like him a lot. Like JC a lot. Who else we got out there? Jair Alexander. Had the shoulder injury with the Packers, only played about 4 games, but cat quick corner. He's sticky in coverage also. He'll come up and hit. But he'll cover the team's best receiver, opposing team's best receiver. Jair is a competitor. I like Jair. He'd look for him to bounce back. These guys are locked down. These guys that I'm talking about. And there's some other corners that are like playmakers, and I'm going to get to those guys too. But these guys that I'm talking about, more so like lockdown. They can make plays too, but more so sticky. More so sticky in coverage. J.C. Jackson. Tre'Davious White, I look for him to bounce back. Tre'Davious White from the Bills. Had the ACL. He's the top corner. Look for him to definitely bounce back, from the injury. Come back strong. Come back healthy. I like him a lot. Big corner. Physical. Tre'Davious White. He'll come up and hit too. Now, you got Stephon Gilmore. You can't forget about Stephon Gilmore. Played for what? 4 teams now, Stephon Gilmore. You had the Bills, New England, Panthers, and now he's with the Colts. So Stephon Gilmore, just think about it, 2019, he was Defensive Player of the Year, 2019, I think. So, man, time flies, but he's with the Colts now. Stephon Gilmore, lockdown guy, sticky in coverage. Always been sticky in coverage, especially with New England. But Stephon Gilmore, I still throw him in that top 10. Got to still throw him in the top 10 at least, for sure. You got A.J. Tyrell from the Falcons. He's solid. He's up and coming. Up and coming corner. Sticky in coverage. Can make plays on the ball down in the A. A.J. Tyrell, he's a good player, up and coming. I like him a lot. Javon Diggs. See, a lot of people get it twisted with Javon Diggs. A lot of people be hating on him. Some people think he's overrated. Some people think he's underrated. Some people don't know how to rate him. He's a playmaker at corner. That's all you can say. He's a playmaker. He will get the team the ball back. That's what you want on defense. So if you got a guy that's gonna give me 7 or more picks a season, I'll take it. Even if he gets beat, occasionally. But Javon Diggs, he's a ball hawk, man. Gotta throw him in there. He wouldn't be in my top 5 as far as sticky coverage, but Javon Diggs, he gonna make a play on that ball. He gonna go get that ball. That's for sure. Javon Diggs would definitely go get that ball. He's a playmaker. Gotta throw him in there. Who else we got out there? So it's a lot of guys out there. Who else? That's sticky in coverage or, more so playmake. Who else do I like out there? Marlon Humphrey. He's good on defense. I like him. He had a down year. Jamar Chase tore him up. Jamar Chase tore him up when they played Cincinnati. But Marlon Humphrey's always been a tough competitor. Punch that ball out, Marlon Humphrey. He'll make his way back in the top. Marlon Humphrey. Baltimore had a down year, but physical corner, press man. He's always in your face. He likes to play press. So Marlon Humphrey will bounce back for sure. Darius Slay, Philadelphia. Came from Detroit a few years back, but he's been solid. Got a big contract with Philly, so Darius Slay. Big play Slay is what he calls himself. So look for him to have a, big year 2022. So there's some corners that I like. Look out for Greg Newsome too for the Browns. He's sticky in coverage. Rated out the best as far as rookies in coverage as far as cornerbacks. He's pretty sticky in coverage, so look out for Greg Newsome. Him and Denzel is locked down. Just some of my top guys that I like, though. Jaylen Ramsey hold it down at number 1, but everybody else, they fall where they fall. But look for Jair Alexander to bounce back. Like I said, he had the shoulder injury. Tre'Davious White had the knee injury. So look for those guys to definitely bounce back, from injury and show what they're capable of. But So I couldn't forget about them. So my top corners, 2022. Let's get it. Let's go. I had to break it down. Woody P coming with another one. Let's go. From the crib with it. Top cornerbacks coming into the season. Let's go.